So with D23 having taken place in Brazil this weekend, we were hoping for some updates, some news from some of the shows that are due to come up, and our wishes have been granted as we've seemingly been given a very small snippet of a teaser for Andor Season 2. I'll run through the teaser, I'll show you that in just a moment, and it is very, very short. It's only about 11 seconds long, and then we'll run through it, just see what we can glean from the footage itself. I do feel like this is a small snippet of a larger teaser trailer because it cuts off in a very odd place. So I feel like we've not been given the entire thing, but whoever's managed to kind of smuggle this onto the internet has done a good job of giving us something to go off of. And yeah, I've already seen the teaser itself, so I'm going to show it to you right now. So here we go.
Is there no one who can help us?
We need a pilot.
Whoa! You're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader.
Okay, so again, not very long, but we can sort of pick up on some interesting vibes and themes here. Again, I'm getting a very kind of Season 1 vibe with the entirety of a planet that is being oppressed by the Empire, and the local population is not happy, and there is some kind of a rebellion that forms there. The location looks like where they were shooting in Spain last year. I can't remember specifically where it was. I can't remember if it was maybe Valencia, which has unfortunately suffered some pretty horrendous flooding recently. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it was Spain that the planet location that we see in a number of shots was used for. We see Yavin 4, a very brief shot of Cassian walking across the bay on Yavin 4. We also see Bix in some kind of a weird kind of farm yard. It's very much reminds me of like Idaho, or one of the agricultural states in the US where there's fields of corn and wheat. Not much to really go off of. Again, Yavin 4 is the only planet that I can really truly recognize from this, but what I can see is that Cassian is going to be going undercover in an Imperial base, and it looks like he's going to be stealing some kind of an experimental TIE fighter. Now, at first, I thought it was a TIE Interceptor because it has the pointed wings, but there was a shot that felt very odd to me, and it's the shot with the engines. And I thought, well, hang on, that looks weird because the pointed wings are facing the wrong way. I thought that, again, is this backwards? But actually, I've looked closer, and this is giving me more vibes of the TIE Advanced from the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter series, where it has a set of kind of pointed wings going backwards and forwards. So I don't know if this is like an early version of a TIE Interceptor. I don't know if it's just a modified TIE Fighter that they've been tasked with stealing, because they want to find out what's going on. Again, there's definitely something different about this TIE Fighter in the design and probably the technology. So I'm very interested in seeing what that is. I do love the undercover stuff. I do love the kind of subterfuge and the idea that they have to steal this special TIE Fighter, and we'll see hopefully what that amounts to. Get a couple of arguments between Luthen and Cassian. You definitely feel that their kind of priorities and their way of doing things might differ. But again, very, very short clips. Can't really identify much from it other than, just general vibes. But I'm looking forward to it because, again, I've rewatched Season 1 this past week, just to kind of pick myself up a little bit. And I can't get over how good Season 1 is. We know it's, again, Season 2 is going to be 12 episodes. There's going to be 3 episode arcs where after the end of every 3 episodes, a year is going to pass. So there's going to be a fairly consistent progression of time. Unlike in Season 1 where, it took place maybe over the span of a couple of months, this is going to take place over the span of 4 years. So it is going to give us a chance to see a lot of interesting developments, a lot of new characters. We're going to see how the rebellion kind of becomes what it is in Rogue One and beyond. And, how Cassian becomes that character. I've seen a couple of stills of him looking very dapper in like a long coat. And I think he's actually wearing that in a scene in the trailer with Luthen, so it looks pretty good. But anyway, let me know what you think of the teaser. Hopefully we'll get a full version, a longer version, shortly. Maybe, I definitely know there's a private video on the playlist for Andor on the Star Wars channel, so I get the feeling they've got this ramped and ready to go. When that does come out, obviously I'll react to it, just as I'll react to the second season and the Skeleton Crew. So by all means, if you're not following me, please do subscribe because I will definitely be watching those shows and giving my opinions on them. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.